Floss Tube. It's Sunday the 31st of July. It's 5 to 11 in the morning, a bit later than usual for me. And I'm here with another month's cross-stitch update. As usual, the month's flown by, but don't they all? And I had quite a good stitching month this month. I only had, I think, 3 days. Yeah, just 3 days when I didn't stitch. So, and that's because a new game pack came out for my Sims game. So, and it's got cross stitching in it now. So Sim Kerry can cross stitch. Yeah, which I thought was pretty awesome. But yeah, I'll start by showing you my friend Hannah. Hi Hannah. She makes like a chart every month, like of all the stitching she's got in. So I sort of borrowed her idea, and like this is what. Oops, my pen. And like this is my month of stitching. So I just had those 3 days there where I didn't stitch, but all the rest of the month I've done well. So what did I do? Well, first of all, I had an FFO. So it's one you've not actually seen me stitching on, because I kept it at Mum's house and just used to do bits on it while I was there. But I decided I just wanted it off my whip list, so I brought it home and I finished it off in like a few hours. But it's this little Mill Hill kit, and this is called Snowflakes, and it's got a really nice like iridescent snowflake charm in the middle. It came with a magnet, but I made a little hanger for it instead, and I just backed it with some blue felt. But it's meant to be going away for Christmas, but it's been hung up in my craft room because it was just so pretty. I didn't want to put it away, but I think I will put it away so I can look forward to getting it out in the build up to Christmas. But yeah, that was my little FFO. So whips, shall we start with a new start? I had an unexpected new start. Last month I did like the bucket list of the 6 things that I really wanted to start, and I ended up starting one. Yeah, so it partly comes into haul as well because I had to kit it up. Fortunately, because like when I first discovered that you could actually buy cross-stitch stuff online, like on eBay and stuff, I went through a period of like buying DMCs on eBay and getting great big packs and what have you. So I've got loads of DMCs. So I managed to kit up a lot of it out of that. So it wasn't actually too bad what it cost me. And obviously I needed the fabric. But yeah, so I started Unicorn Spring, which is an absolutely beautiful pattern, and it was one of the first ones I ever bought, but it is huge. I know it's over 100 pages, it's just under 500,000 stitches. In fact, have I written it down? How many? No, I've not, but there's nearly 500,000 stitches in it. So I'll insert a picture of what it will look like in a million years when it's finished here. And I had a really good start on it, and I've got the first page done already. So, she says, wondering, oh, here it is, right at the front. This is where it is. Obviously it looks like nothing, but that's the first beam of light coming through the trees. So like that is the end of page 1, so I've already done sort of that on page 2. And yeah, and this grime guard was part of my haul, because oh, and these magnet things, because I didn't have, because I made, me and like Mum helped me, we struggled and struggled and struggled to find, because I didn't have, like my biggest Millennium frame, which my other Haid is on, was still too small for this one, because it's on, oh yeah, I'm stitching it on 20 count Ada. 18 is my usual go-to. But I decided to make it a little bit smaller at 20, and that's my sweet spot really. But it was massive. I mean, this dining room table which I'm filming on, it was bigger than this dining room table. But I struggle with an 11 by 11 because I'm only little, I'm only 5'1", and here comes Charlie. Hi Charlie. I was trying to film this without him, but he likes doing my Zoom choir on a Saturday morning. I've not had choir this morning actually because it's in person today, but I couldn't go. But he just loves being on the camera. Oh, sorry, I wobbled you then. Don't you? Yeah, was it your birthday yesterday? Yes, how old were you? Yeah, he was 12 yesterday. Anyway, with a cat butt in my face. Yeah, I tried the 11 by 11, but my little arms, I just struggled to reach up the back because I stitched two-handed, so that didn't work. I tried the 11 by 17, but same problem. There was no way was it going on an 8 by 8 because you can see all the fabric bunched up here. So I ended up with 8 by 17, but obviously I didn't have a ground guard that would fit it. I had managed to stretch an 11 by 11 round it, but it wasn't perfect. So, Charlie, you're not making this easy. So my lovely friend Charlotte, who is Lovely Lottie's shop, she made me an 8 by 17 grime guard, which fits perfectly. And shall we put that down? Charlie, what are we going to do with you? I can't film like this. I'll be back in a minute. If I can reach the camera. Right, I'm hoping he might settle down a bit now. Oh, I tell you, he's a little monkey. You certainly know you've got him. Don't we, Charlie? Anyway, today's cup of tea is brought to you by the Cross Stitch Junkie mug. Can we carry on? Yes? No? Let's give this a try because I don't think it's going to get any better. Right, next whip is Temperature Garden by Stitching Mummy. And I've been doing this nearly every day, and this is where we are. I think last month I'd done most of the remaining months, but I did the last one. And then this is this month's. And as you can see, apart from when we did have like a really warm stroke hot period there, it's gone back to normal now, just cool. Typical British summer, it's grey, it's cool, yeah. But it was nice while it lasted for that week. But yeah, so there we are so far. And I shall continue with that. So that is that. Next we have, Temperature Garden, by the way, is stitched 2/2 on 28 count Brittany in the colourway Cairns Wing Butterfly. That's it. There we got there. See, I have these cards printed out. I should actually use them, shouldn't I? Right, next is Hello Sunshine, when I can find it. I think that's Hello Petal. Where's Hello Sunshine? Ah, down here. Right, when I showed it you last month, I was part way through part 2. I'm not sure whether I have a picture of where I was. If I have, I'll insert it here. And if I didn't show a picture, it's because I haven't got one. Oh, low power mode. This stupid phone doesn't hold its charge anymore. I need to get a new one. And I've actually finished part 3, so I'm bang up to date. And there we are with Hello Sunshine. So we have this month, we had that cute little dragonfly. And this is stitched on, again, 28 count Jodrey, 28 count Brittany by Jodrey Designs, 2/2 on maple ribbons. So that is that. So glad to be up to date. Next, we have my long dog Sal, which I do with my friend Hannah. Hello again, Hannah. We do this every Sunday. And I had a bit of a problem with this one, which I shall explain when I show you. So, I'll put a picture of where I was last month here. And here I am this month. Now, I'm not as far on as I would like, but that is because before I did that, all that bit, I found I was a stitch out. So I had to frog it all. And when I frogged it all, I realised, because I'd put 2 spaces there, but when I frogged it all, I realised that I'd just missed the last row there. So all I'd had to do instead of frog all that, was just actually stitch that row in, and it was right. And it was so frustrating, so I had to restitch it all. So I lost a full day of stitching doing that. And then I didn't manage much last week because I can't remember why. I think it was my fatigue. I was having a bad fatigue day. So all I did was that, but it's coming along. I'm using, I'm stitching it with the Silks For You PR030, which is absolutely beautiful. But then wherever there's hearts that are stitched, not the negative hearts, wherever there's a heart that's stitched, I'm using Emma's Pink by Weeks Dye Works, yeah. And then when I do the back stitching, I think I'm going to just use a DMC. I don't know what colour yet, because I haven't got to any back stitching yet, but I'll sort that out when I come to it. I want it to be a similar purple as the darkest purple, but maybe like a shade darker. So I'll probably use my shade card to decide what I want to use. But yeah, so me and Hannah are doing that every Sunday. She is way ahead of me because I've got it. I've got 6.19% done. She's got way more than that done, but it's not a race, it doesn't matter. If you want to follow our progress, we've got a hashtag on Instagram, which I think, 10% now, this is going to be a problem. I think it's hashtag Hannah and Kerry's long dog Sal, something like that. I don't know. If you look on my last long dog pic on Instagram, you'll see it, and you can follow Hannah's progress there as well. So she's doing really well. I'm gonna have to crack on with this because I've not got much battery left. So last whip is my other Haid. I'm going to talk in plans about what I'm going to do with these Haids, but I haven't picked up Ashley Gardens by Heaven and Earth Designs for months, just because I've been focusing on other things. It wasn't because I didn't want to stitch on it, but I did actually pick it up the other day, so I'll insert a picture of what it will look like when it's finished here. And I'll insert a picture of where I was last time here. And this is where I am now, which is incredibly hard to pick up. Try not to bash Charlie on the head because he's right by me. But I only had one day on it, so I didn't get much done, just sort of filled in a bit more. There's 2 sort of long, tall bushes by the side of the house, and then that's the house coming in there. But I really enjoyed working on it, only for that day. It's stitched 1/1 full cross on 25 count Murano. And that's my whips. Like I said, I'm going to have to move this along because I'm going to run out. Mum's whip. Mum is working on Mini Snow by Heaven and Earth Designs. I think last time, I think she'd literally only just started, so I won't bother putting in the before pic, but Mum being Mum is zooming through it, and she's on either page 3 or page 4 now, I can't remember which, but I got her to send me a picture of it last night, so I'll put in a picture of what it will look like finished here. And I'll put the picture of where it is now here. Cracking on, as always. Speaking of cracking on, right, we'll do plans next. I've put haul first, but no, we'll talk plans next. Plans, Mum helped me formulate a plan, because as much as I want to work on Unicorn Spring, I also want to work on my other Haid, but it's like, you know, how do I juggle 2 Haids? Because in my head, like I said, I was a monogamous stitcher for like over 30 years, so, or almost 30 years, so I still find getting my head around all these whips difficult. I mean, I've only got, what, 4 or 5 active whips, but that's a lot to me. So yeah, so what I've decided, like Sundays are always dedicated to my long dag Sal with Hannah. So what I decided, on Saturdays I'm going to do my fairy tale village. I did work on Fairy Tale Village last Saturday, but again, I was having a bad day with fatigue, and I think I only managed about 24 stitches, if that, so it wasn't worth showing you. I'm just really struggling with this chart, and this is what has been putting me off this whip. I love what it's going to look like. I love what I've done, but the chart, I think in all the years and all the things I've ever worked on, it's the worst chart I've ever worked on. It's just awful. It's because they use a handful of symbols several times. There's a few different colours. There's red, black, reddy black, blue, green, and like a bluey green. So obviously the reddy black and the bluey green just look like either a red or a black, and you really have to, like, I have to put it under my magnifier to try and work out which colour it is I'm working with, and a few times I've stitched it wrong, realised I had to frog it, and it's just been putting me off really. But no, Saturdays I'm going to dedicate it to Fairy Tale Village, so hopefully I'll start seeing a bit more progress on that. During the week, Monday to Friday, I'm going to alternate my Heaven and Earths. I'm going to do a page on each. So every time I get a page finish, swap to the other one, get a page finish, swap to the other one, and sort of do them like that. The only difference on that is when we do have a bit of nice weather, not like today, I like to stitch in the catio, and I can't take my Ashley Gardens into the catio, because even though I do actually have a second Lowry, which I have in the catio, it's just too much to manage outside, so I can only really work on Unicorn Spring outside. But with that exception, I'm going to alternate a page of each. So as it stands at the moment, on Monday I'll get back to Ashley Gardens. My Sal Hello Sunshine sort of takes priority over everything, so that always comes out on the 28th. There's only 2 more releases of that now, so each 28th I'll work on that. So, Stitchy Kindness and haul. Right. I've had 2 bits of Stitchy Kindness. One was off my lovely friend Mandy. I wanted to say Amanda. Mandy. And the other one was my mum. So I'll show the one off Mandy first, and it's this Lizzie Kate Flip It. What's it called? It's a Blocks with Charm Meow. And it's so cute. She'd stitched it on, and she showed a picture on her Instagram, and I said about how nice it was, and I'd like to stitch it. And she said, oh, I'll send it to you. So she did. Obviously, like the little charm that's there, she obviously used on hers, but I'm sure I can find something else that I could use. So thanks, Mandy. And I got some Stitchy Kindness from my mum as well, because she was sort of like destashing a bit. So one of them, I actually bought her this one Christmas. It's from Heritage Crafts, and it's a little chickadee with a Christmas hat on. So she didn't want it, she said she wouldn't do it, so I said, I'll have it. And then this. Now, I have to say, this, I mean, I'm taking my mum's word for it. Mum has seen this stitched at an exhibition somewhere, and she said it was absolutely stunning. I know it was really expensive to buy, I remember that. I can't tell you the company, and I can't even tell you what it's called, because it's called Silver Fairy, but everything else is in Russian. But it says it's designed by Maria Brook. But it's beautiful, and it's got Swarovskis in it. Because like there's even like little tiny ones there, but like you're stitching on black Ada with a lot of black and grey. And Mum just decided she didn't want to do it, but I said I'd have it. So, and the other one, it's a Thomas Kincaid one, which I've had my eye on for ages. And it's this, what's it called? Beside Still Waters. So she was de-stashing that, so I said, me please. So she gave me that. So the other things are things that I've bought. First of all is the Mandela dog from Maloka Designs, because if you remember, she sent me the giraffe kit to stitch with a giveaway code for you guys, and then, well, she already had an elephant out, and then she released a cat, so I bought the elephant and the cat, and then she brought this dog out, a golden retriever, so I had to have that as well. So it's a full kit with everything. And then this one has been on my radar for a while now, and I keep thinking, no, I shouldn't buy it, but I saw somebody stitching it and I just gave in. It's from an Etsy shop called Counting the Stars, who I do already have a couple of her patterns, and it's this one, Pastel Rainbow. But just look at these colours. What do you say? Absolutely beautiful. So it's a full kit. How could I not? How could I not? I'd say it's 18 count Ada. I don't think it's 14. It looks like 18 count Ada, but yeah. There are also another 2 kits, but they've not arrived yet. I ordered them sort of like Monday or Tuesday from Love Crafts. One of them, it's like a Japanese garden who I was sort of enabled by an Instagram friend, and because it can't travel alone, it also came with, it's another diamond, because that was a dimensions kit, and then it's another dimensions kit. It's like a wreath with a heart-shaped wreath, but they've not arrived yet, so I'll have to show you them next month. So moving swiftly along, giveaway from last month was for 2 sets of these free DMC charts, and there was only 2 entries, so you both won. It was Kristen Ann and Teresa Timmons. So congratulations, ladies. I have commented on your comments. If you would just email me at my email address, which is in the description box, with your mailing addresses. Sorry, hair's gone wild, and I'll get them off to you. So all that's left is to say thank you very much for those people who've bought me a coffee. I do have a buy me a coffee link below. It's just, you know, if you wanted to say, you know, thank you for, you know, because it is hard work doing these, and especially the editing, and when you've got chronic illnesses as well. But it's just a way of supporting the channel as well, because it helps me with mailing costs, with giveaways and things like that. So yeah, but thank you very much to everybody who has bought me coffees. I really appreciate it, I really do. And thank you everybody who presses the like button, and especially if you subscribe as well. So that is that. Charlie's been very good after that initial bit, and I'll just show you where he is now. He's just sat there in the middle of all the mess. Purring away, aren't you, Charlie? Yeah. Yeah, it was his birthday yesterday. He was 12. So everybody got dreamies. In fact, there's a little video on my Instagram stories. If you're very quick for the next few hours, you can go and see it. But anyway, before the battery runs out completely, I'll say thank you. That's it. Quick video this month. Sorry about Charlie's interruptions earlier, but when you've got a cat who likes the limelight, what are you going to do? So I'm going to get all this cleared up, get edited, and then sit down and have a rest before I pick up Fairy Tale Village and battle with that chart again. Wish me luck. I'll see you next month. Bye.